So you probably lost hope at this point buying a house in Kansas City or anywhere in the country for that matter. With the high interest rates, high prices of homes, all cash investors that make it difficult to purchase houses, and a little bit more of these investors here. Here's an article for you. Between 85 and 2022, the last full year in which data is available, the median home sale price in the U.S. climbed 423%, while median household income rose just 216% during that time. If home prices have grown at the same rate as income in 85, the median U.S. home would cost roughly $261,650 instead of $433,100. So there's big difference there. So why this sudden rise in home prices in Kansas City? So back to this all cash buyers, investors, right? Here's another quote: "Houses are selling quickly and often, well above asking price, and when an individual is going up against an investment company with better cash flow, it's tough to win a bidding war." In 2021, 16% of the homes that were sold in Missouri were purchased by corporations called institutional buyers, which often flip the house or rent them out, according to an analysis by the National Association of Realtors. Now, there was a separate study, and I'll read you this quote. And a separate study by a nonprofit newsroom, State Line, found that nearly a quarter of the homes that sold in 2021 were bought by some sort of investors. So that's a quarter of the homes in 2021. Another problem that this creates, obviously, is the zombie homes, right? So you'll have these investors that buy homes in Kansas City, for example, and it's hard to track the owners because they put it under an LLC, and then they'll put it, if the city tries to track them down, they'll just change it to another LLC, you know? And so that's something that they're hoping to work on to get rid of. But yeah, so the houses will remain abandoned, requiring the city to, for example, us, the taxpayers, to board them up, right? Because they essentially become a nuisance for the neighbors, because you'll have homeless people that go in and out, do drugs. There's been dead bodies found in houses as well. And so you'll have to have the city do something about it. And it's cost the taxpayers. Every board that they put up cost about approximately $60. That's just the board itself, right? You have to have someone to put it up. You got to hire these city inspectors and stuff like that to go out there. And I'll read you a quote here by the city inspectors here. "It's hard to find the owners because they kind of shuffle it," Miles said. They'll sell to one LLC one month, and the next month it might be a quick claim to a different LLC. It is common to have out-of-state investors or out-of-the-country investors as well. So if we're going to do something about the homeless problem and provide affordable housing to local buyers and allow foreign investors to buy up everything, all the real estate, we need to limit what they can buy, right? We need to, in my opinion, I would even eliminate it altogether, right? You have Chinese, you have people from all over the world buying up houses as investments, right? Putting Americans out of houses and pricing people out. So we need to get rid of backed securities, foreign investments, and do a tax on zombie homes to prevent empty homes and build affordable housing. And lastly, we need to work with HUD or other local organizations to do a clearance of titles to allow transfer of lots in Kansas City for land development. So with transfer of lots to, for example, Kansas City Land Bank that can build affordable housing. As well, you got to understand that if, for example, in Kansas, if you're going to have a minimum wage of $7 an hour, you're going to have employees and corporations that pay $7 an hour, right? And so if you have employees that get paid $7 an hour, you're essentially having a system in which it benefits the corporations that pay off your local politicians to put the system exactly the way it is. And these people, a lot of them have to get 2, 3 jobs or even be on welfare. And that's exactly the type of system that the corporations that pay nothing into taxes sometimes, and the taxpayer, and want the burden on the taxpayers, right? And so, in order to avoid that system, we are going to have to do something about that. And unfortunately, our local politicians continue to play politics, and housing is more and more out of reach for regular American people.